Low competition evergreen niche research. Now, the research is being done on Amazon.com, the #1 shopping platform. So you can do niche research on any platform. It doesn't matter, Etsy.com, Amazon.com, or you can Redbubble, TeePublic. Anywhere there is a design, there is a way that you can do research or any type of trending idea. One thing that I recommend when it comes to any of this, making sure that you're double checking for trademarks and copyrights. This is very, very important if you're in the business of print on demand. One thing too, I've been doing a lot of the research with you guys, and as I'm doing the research with you, I'm coming up with my own personal ideas and creating them. And I've made a few sales already, which is really, really cool. I plan on making some content on that. Make sure you guys are following along with my content because it's important so you guys can learn some different tricks along the way. Let's get into the content. All right, first idea is going to be solving puzzles is my superpower. Now, you're going to see that has the different colored puzzles right there. You're going to see, I think this was right here. It kind of reminds me a little bit of autism awareness. I'm not sure, but I don't see those keywords inside of the title nowhere. So that's what that color scheme is very similar to that, I believe. I may be wrong, but I'm looking at that. That's where I'm getting that from, but you don't see it nowhere. Okay, or it just might just be part of the jigsaw puzzle, like a puzzle niche. So you're getting 5.0 out of 5 stars, 4 ratings. You can see a simple text base, and then it has the 4 color scheme of the puzzles right there. And then we come down, we look at the all-time sales. We have made its first sale in 2021, and it's consistently made sales over the years. Not too many, but a decent amount. And then 2022, it seems to be doing its best ever. And if you're unaware of what a BSR chart is, it's basically when it goes up and it drops down and then it makes a sell. So when it goes up, drops down, makes a sell, goes up, drops down, makes a sell. But then when it starts to be consistently low like this, that means it's consistently selling, right? And you see in 2024, the BSR is pretty low. Come over here, we have a result of 57. So when a customer types in this long tail keyword, most likely, if you make a sell in this niche, you're probably going to rank #1 on the front page, right? But the idea too as well, it's just, you want to think of different ideas. What else can be done inside of this niche, right? That's one important thing when I look at any of this stuff, just the puzzle niche in general. What else can you do in here to create another top selling design inside of here? Will run for hot chocolate. Now, this is pretty cool. I think this would obviously do better like when it gets closer to like wintertime, like in Q4. That's I'm thinking about that. I haven't looked at the BSR yet. Will run. So like, I'm thinking just like marathon runners, any marathon runner or just a runner that loves hot chocolate. But now when I get into this type of stuff, this is interesting because it's like, once you start to do research, there's different ideas that come along with this. I'm thinking like just chocolate in general, like teas. So that's what I'm thinking about when I see this type of stuff. So there's not just hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's good, right? But then we have chocolate. Now I'm seeing marshmallows. So marshmallows, chocolate, teas, anything, coffee, right? I'm just thinking of different hot drinks now too as well. So, and even if there's anything else out there that it's even more popular that's been trending over the years, like boba tea is a big one, right? So pretty cool. It has simple text on the bottom, then it has a picture element of the hot chocolate with some marshmallows in it. And then if we come down, all-time sales, look at this. It's made its first sale in 2021, but it's this one's done right. And then as we look at this, it's steady making sales. It's probably making, what is it doing? Let's say like going into the new year, it's probably making like 2 to 3 sales per month. But then as I said right here, you can see that it starts to get closer to like the winter time. In August, it starts to downtrend right here and make more sales. And then going into the new year. So it should do the same exact thing this year based off of this BSR chart history, which is very powerful because you can see that there's some type of demand in this niche, right? There's other ways, obviously, you can test out different ads to get it more ranking to the algorithm to boost the sales and the organic traffic to it. There's different ways you can do that. Now, if we come up here, we have a result of 78 will run for hot chocolate t-shirt. You can see the keywords right here. Now, one thing also to keep in mind is like you're creating something when a customer types this in, this long tail keyword, you're creating something that the audience, your customer wants. So keep that in mind. You want to create a design. This whole front page is going to tell you a story. These designs are telling you a story. When you're looking at this, you're like, what can I create that an audience or the customer that's buying this product wants? Can I create something cool, create something funny? One thing I like already is that obviously it looks good on a darker t-shirt. They're making it look good for a lighter color t-shirt. That's one way to increase your sales, like literally by 10% for that whole month, because most likely if it's a top selling t-shirt and it sells really well, it'll do good on a black t-shirt, right? Me personally, it's like 92% of my designs have sold good on a black t-shirt. And then on a white color t-shirt, right, I have actual top selling designs that will sell on the same design, just switching, from the white text to the black text. That simple. So pretty cool. All right. So the next idea is a pediatric PT helping tiny human bloom physical therapy. Pretty cool. So the main niche here is a physical therapist. Oh, so I said physical therapy. The physical therapist, physical therapy. Same thing, right? Just different ways to pronounce it or say it. This is pretty cool because it's a light colored t-shirt, right? What if we just talked about, but the lighter colored t-shirts as far as white, baby blue, lemon yellow, heather gray, and pink. Okay, that's selling right here. Okay, so this is a 4.6 out of 8. The design is just an all black design. We come down, let's look at the all-time sales. It's made its first sale in 2021, but like I said, when you see something like this, there's obviously some type of demand for this. And there's designs that, people obviously want in certain niches, right? And literally just you being that only design in that niche, and with this, with it being very small, either one, you're going to make, consistent designs over the years where you're making like 2 or 3 or 4 sales a month, right? Or you can actually create a design in a newer niche where you're the only person, where I've actually personally done this where I don't even know it. And then I create the design for that niche just to see what happens. And then it consistently sells every single day until obviously the competition comes in. The competition comes on and, you're competing a little bit, but that goes to show you that once you see something like that, you want to double down and create even more designs inside of that niche. We come over here, we have a result of 105, pediatric PT helping tiny people bloom t-shirt. Now, if you're unaware too, a Merchant Farmer, I use everything in this video. Everything that I found, I'm using Merchant Farmer. It's a research tool, an all-in-one tool. You can do designs back here. You can do research. There's a ton of stuff from trademark checking, keyword research, all that stuff. But one thing that I love to use back here is movers and shakers. This updates daily right here. When I come down here, it just gives me so many different ideas. We have registered nurse, right? That can be one idea. You can see this is showing you the BSR chart and showing you the demand in this niche. Weekend forecast fishing with a chance of drinking. You're seeing the BSR here. That means that there's it looks like a consistent selling design right here. Now this one right here, this one too as well. Devoted, involved, loving father t-shirt. You're gonna see the BSR 488, 381, 189, and the list goes on and on. You can go down here and there's so many different ideas. And I'm going to have my affiliate link down below in the description. Use my coupon code to get a percentage off, and I get a kickback from that just to be, transparent with that. So this is why I create this type of video for you to help you out, obviously give you an understanding of how to do research. But if you want to do it on your own without me showing you how to do this, this is it right here. Next idea is funny how when I walk into the room, the computer suddenly starts working. I can relate to this. I feel this, you know what I mean? And it's simple text-based design. This design can probably be created probably like in 2 minutes, right? A minute. And 5.0 out of 5, 2 ratings. And this just goes to show you too, you don't have to be some awesome artist or anything like that. Simple sells, right? Simple does work. And for the most part, a lot of good things happen when you just create simple things. You just obviously have to get to work and just understanding everything. And it's powerful because some of the simplest designs that I personally created on my account, my Amazon merch on demand account, it's just simple selling. It's crazy. It's cool though. It's really cool. All black t-shirt, right? You can see. And what they did was actually implement some of these lighter colors too. It seems to be, they're not too bad, right? Because you can see them still. But if we come down, let's look at all-time sales. You have the first sale in 2020 selling, and you can see that it's going to a downward trend down. So you see that green line, right? It's at the price. So that's the price, $19.99, $19.98. Mess with it, then put it back up to the price. So they're messing with the pricing right here. Seems like I'm not sure what the heck's going on here. Yeah, but looking at that, just an example. They're not even messing with the price, I don't think. But looking at that, you're seeing that green line, right? But you're seeing, what I'm looking at is a sales rank. You're seeing it kind of get below that, and it keeps getting lower and lower. All right, that's what I'm looking at right there, because I see that there's a demand, and obviously there's a demand. And you see the squiggly line, that means it's making sales right here, especially for Q4 in 22 too. It seemed to be doing really good. And then 23.3 kind of seemed to do the similar thing. And then it seemed like it died off a bit. Let's see what happens. I feel like this one is going to still make sales going into this year. And then it's going to do the same exact thing that it did right here. Now, if we come over here, we have a result of 196. Funny how when I walk into the room, the computer. Next idea is Mathletic. So it's like Mathletic, like an athlete, but smarter. Mathletic definition, funny, math gifts, math teacher, nerd, geek. So I'm assuming like a like an athlete teacher and an athletic like teacher, and then like that loves math. So it's like combining like two different niches, right? It's on a lighter color t-shirt, and believe it or not, this is an overall pick right here. 4.5 out of 5, 18 ratings, and you can see all the colors that they have, all the lighter ones right there. If we come down, let's look at this all-time sales. Yeah, look at first sell in 2018. It looked like it was doing some damage in 2021, and then from 2021, look at that. It just consistently selling over the years. Now, as a print-on-demand seller, this is what, you know, I personally look for, and I hope that you look for, because this right here probably make you $50, $60, maybe even $100, depending how, you know, aggressive you are with this, you know, this type of design right here. But definitely right here, I would literally run a few different ads to this design right here and get this, keep it ranking, just keep it ranking, crushing. And then when Q4 comes around, it just boom, shoots up in the air. So that's what I would do with this one. Now, Mathletic definition t-shirt, we have a result of 202. And there's the overall pick right there. You can see there's a few other people that are doing kind of similar in this niche right here. And we're looking at these BSRs, 236, 166. Now, like, what else can be done right there? We know that definition t-shirts do pretty good. Now, one thing that I would recommend is maybe even just how they combine that, right? Those two different sub niches, how they did that, right? What else can you do? Is there any other niches that you can literally do this with? Maybe math and I'm not sure what else can be done here. I'm just thinking like there may be different sports, anything that makes sense with it, stuff like that. Just kind of think outside the box. Maybe you can create another different top selling t-shirt idea with this. Now, if you want more low competition niches like this, watch this video right here next. Peace out.